Okay, John VE3 IPS here. I'm just gonna show you some stuff I'm getting set up here for Parks on the Air. First off here, this is the super antenna. It's a 6-meter, 80-meter with an extended coil. I brought this in case we do something on 6 meters, so I can set this up as a 6-meter vertical. It's also a backup for all the other bands, in case I want to operate something other than 40-20 with that link dipole. So as you can see, everything kind of fits in here in the bag, all ready to go. So we'll put that aside. We may need it, we may not. We'll see what happens on 6 meters when we get the HF radio set up. Okay, next thing here. This is again by Buddy Pole. It's a Power Mini. This is a battery monitor and charger, solar cell charger as well too. So I use this to keep track of my battery voltage. The battery I'm using here today is an Echo Worthy 12 volt 30 amp hour battery. I modified this and put some Anderson poles on it. My friend Walter did a 3D print job for me, so we'll have that. So we'll put that aside. Rig runner, this one also has, I strongly recommend you get the 4004U. This one here also has USB on it in case you gotta charge your phone. I did add some rubber feet on it so it doesn't scratch anything, so we'll leave that there. What's in the big box, John? Well, in the big Pelican box, what do we got? So I've done a switch. For the longest time, my POTA radio and travel radio was the FT891. Does not have a tuner, limited menus, a little bit harder to get a hold of. There's sometimes working contests and stuff like that, or pileups. I need to use the controls, and it's a lot more trickier and harder to use than normally I want to. So I want to replicate my base station operation at home, but I want to do that out in the field. So what I ended up doing, I have the ICOM 7410. Yeah, it's 100 watts. The FT891's 100 watts. Bigger display, yeah, it's great. Bigger knob, but all the buttons are easy to get to. So if I need to do IF shift, noise reduction, any of those buttons, I can do that with the 7410. Now here's the rub. I didn't realize it. It's 3 amps. So the current drain on this is 3 amps. However, that is with full audio, but normally it sits at 2 amp hours. I got a 30 amp hour battery. I'm only gonna operate for an hour, 2 hours at the most. The battery will support that. Long-term use, hey, I would probably put the solar panel in and do that. So there's the radio. Oh, the other nice thing about it is front RF power control, as well as has a built-in tuner. This model has no coil, so there's very little relay chatter in it because it uses all capacitors. So switches to the capacitors very quick, very to use. So in case I want to use my 40-20 on some other bands, I could. Obviously the 40 meter will resonate on 15 with a tuner. And I think I've stretched something out on 10 meters and 6 meters as well to knock out some quick contacts at lower power. Maybe the SWR is not as high. The Stadler container has my notepads, pencils, and my ARRL logbook. Heil headset. So the one that I have here is the BM17. Very happy with it. I went with the double ear cups because in an EOC or SET environment for Aries, you may be in a trailer with a couple other people. So it kind of makes a big difference to have 2 ear cups on it. So very happy with the Heil on this, and you got to get the ICOM specific headset for the radio. This bag is just a dump bag. I've got my little clock in here, line winder. I've got the arborist shot, some connectors and stuff. So here I got some additional patch cords. The other case here is a microphone cable and power cable. This one does not have fuses. Why? Because my rig runner is going to manage my fuses for me. So it just makes things a little bit less bulky. But I do bring the power adapter that has the fuse as well. Hey, I'm not camping. I'm not hiking up to the location. My car is parked, as you can see, my antenna's hanging off the car, so very close. Here I got my laptop. This is a Microsoft Surface Go computer. Works very, very well and manages my current drain. I used to use some other stuff before, but the battery didn't last more than an hour, and then you got to figure out how to charge it. So here, with the Go, it runs HamRS as my logging software. Not a problem. So let's plug this into the Rig Runner, just in case I want 100 watts. I'll set that up for that. I've got my DC in cable I use. I think this is 10 gauge cable to manage 30 amp, 40 amp current drain. So we'll plug that in, plug that into the input, and the green light comes on, so that tells me everything's okay. Good thinking by West Mountain Radio. I think one of the older ones I have doesn't have that green light. So that's pretty much that. I now set up, I'll plug the radio in between, grab a patch cord. This one has binding posts, this one has a fuse on it. So we'll plug that into here. Plug the radio in here. Okay, I got the other power, the other jumper cable is in the car, so I'll go pull that out of my my Go box there. So we'll just plug this in direct right now. Tip number 17. If you're at a ham fest, you see these BNC Teso 239 any type adapters, $1, 25 cents, 50 cents, 10 for $5. Grab them, because you will continue to lose them on a regular basis. So the nice thing I like about this, I used to bring out an AB switch, and I'd be able to switch my 6 meter Yagi and for 6 meter work from the park, as well as HF, so 40 and 20, right? So by having the AB switch on the front of the radio, simplifies my deployment, because I don't have to bring a Daiwa switch out, and I get an AB back and forth. I use phase verticals as well, 2 on 20 meters. I've been very happy with that, and I'm gonna set one up for 40 meters. I've got an extra MFJ fiberglass telescopic pole that I bought. Okay,
I like to make a call there.
band is open. Looks like E-Car's net's coming in nice, so I think we're gonna have a pretty good park activation. 73s.
So